All right, David, you're going to show me around this 1940
Sure.
Merc Coupe.
Sure. Uh, it's got the flathead in it.
Right, of course.
Right here, the flathead V8.
Right,
Uh,
correct.
and it's similar to a Ford, but it's a Mercury.
Yeah, it's a little bit bigger.
Has a little more power. It did.
Yeah, yeah.
The bumpers were different, and the grill was different too. On them.
Also has the two-barrel,
Yeah.
the oil filter and such.
Right.
So that's the big thing. These were the hot cars of the day, especially if you got a Merc. Put that underneath. Oh, beautiful! I love the radiator lines. Those are great. The cooling lines. That's cool. That is cool. Interesting on the fuel pump. I know the Merc, the push rods always, the cam always wore out. On the
Right
push
on the
rods.
flathead.
Yeah, I love the distributor. That is great. That is great. Good old 3-speed. Lovely. Now you just bought this a year ago?
About a year ago.
Wow.
I found it sitting in a barn, like 7 miles from me,
Really?
and it was my buddy in high school. His brother bought it in 1985. In title,
Right.
and it had not been inspected or on the road since 1958.
Oh my gosh.
It was put in a barn and it was left there.
Wow. This is still in great shape though.
Yes, it is. It's solid.
Look how solid. The bottom end is beautiful. Is it as rust-free underneath as it is
Yes,
on
it
top?
is.
Wow. Look at this. I'm looking at the door edges because that's the telltale
This
of
is
the
the
ride.
original panels.
Wow. Look how basic it is. Yet this was the fancy car. Oh, the plastic started to melt. That's gorgeous. Look at those gauges. How deco can you get? Look at that battery. Oh, is that cool? Oh, that is lovely. Again, this is 1940, so it's pre-war. That's the master cylinder down there on the floor. This is brilliant. Plastic was an exotic material back then. Now look how close this coupe is. Now, this is not the business coupe because,
Well, as far as I can see, it never had a back seat.
okay, so it might have been a business coupe then.
And
Although,
it didn't have any ashtrays in the back either.
well, it does have an ashtray in the
I
back.
put those in, but
Oh,
it never
okay.
had screws in the holes that hold them on.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and the window crank handles
Right.
would have been real short,
Uh-huh.
and they would have been no need for ashtrays in the back.
Right. And it still has the armrest though.
Well, I think they are off of 46 or 48.
Oh, okay.
Because the front seat evidently is 46 or 48.
Ah.
Because it mounts on a little different on the floor, and the material is a little different.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm pretty sure it's got on later seats into it. I can tell you some things on this plastic.
Uh-huh.
The steering wheel was blue. It was
Yeah.
a blue plastic. The door handles were like a green plastic coating
Oh,
They were-
interesting.
onto the top metal.
Yeah.
And this one was also green at one point, but it's fallen off. And it had a lot of chrome on here, and it had a plastic emblems across here, and these were blue.
Uh-huh.
As far as I can see, the color onto them when they were made.
Yeah.
So a Mercury was quite a bit of differences between those and a Ford.
Oh, yes.
What? Because the window frames are like chrome,
Uh-huh.
stainless steel, and the doors shut like new.
Oh, this is something else. I love the tight coupe body on this and the split rear window. This is so gorgeous.
The trunk is very solid.
Wow.
It's,
Look at that.
It's not rusty.
Oh my gosh. I like that jack. That didn't survive too well.
No, the jack is pretty rusted. It's
And that's the original. Look at that with the pinstriping on it.
Yep.
Oh.
You had the original wheels on it and trim rings
Uh-huh.
when I found it.
Now, is this the original tree stump holding up the trunk?
It's probably after 1950.
Yeah.
I will say.
By the way, I love your sign. That is brilliant.
It never had turn signals on this car. It never had them.
Yeah.
They never put them on.
No, it was not required at that point.
No, I believe what happened here, as far as what I can figure out, is he probably took it in for inspection in 1958,
Right.
and it would not pass inspection because it had a hole in the muffler and it did not have any turn signals.
Ha!
So I believe it was probably refused, and they probably just put it away because they didn't want to go through the expense of putting the turn signals onto it.
Yeah.
I have the original muffler up front here if you want to look at that.
Yeah, sure.
It's
I want to grab one shot of the back. This is gorgeous because I can't get over these lines.
Yes.
It's such of a
styling on
striking.
Mercury was just cool.
And the styling on this business coupe is
Yeah.
just so unique. That is fantastic. Let's see the muffler.
Unless you want to look in here because it had a clock and a light
Wow. Look at that.
and the dome light and the glove box light still works fine.
Ha! And radio delete, I see.
Yes.
That's cool.
This is all the original glass except the front door. This was busted up pretty good.
Yeah.
And I had to make a new one, but it has the original Ford script glass onto it.
Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that. That is amazing. How many miles are showing on the odometer?
28,000.
Oh, jeez.
I think that's the first time, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. Oh, you never can quite tell. But this car is remarkable.
But to have the original muffler on it, and the original manifold wipe pipe, and the original tailpipe, because they were clamped and the nuts were on top of the clamp. As it would have went down the assembly line, the nut was put on the top, not the bottom.
Right.
And I can tell by the way it was squished down here. It was original clamp, original Ford script domed muffler.
Oh my gosh.
This is the original muffler on the car. This is one of the original hubcaps.
Oh, look at
I'm
that.
still looking for more.
Yeah.
1940 was all by itself.
Okay.
The script writing of the Mercury 8 onto it.
That's gorgeous.
It has the little crank cover still on the grill, but I don't believe it was ever hand cranked much.
I doubt it does have it. It is set up for it, though.
Yes, it would. Yes.
Wow.
The original radiator, the original bottom radiator hose from the left side,
Yeah.
it just blew out last Sunday when I warmed it up. The rubber dissolved and it blew out and started leaking. So I had to rig up something to get it here so I could drive it around.
Yeah. Oh, that is great.
It has the original battery cables on it. The air cleaner.
I know that. Look at that, the cloth and everything.
All original.
Holy smokes.
I got a 40 mile
Wow. This does have a heater too.
It's all original. Had locked the steering wheel and everything.
Yeah, this does too. It has original key.
Yeah, people say, oh, you know, when you have a locked the steering wheel not long ago, they thought, you know, they had locked the steering wheel. And now I know it's 41 because I got a 41 and the steering wheel locked up.
Yeah, Mercury is different than Ford.
Yeah, I know.
This is a Mercury.
Yep.
Yep. It's because it has a Mercury 8 onto it.
But it's the same car, just the Mercury a little more expensive than the
Oh,
Ford.
yes, yes. For the better paid workers. I will show you something with this horn, which is awesome. When I found this in the barn,
Yes.
I took it home and it had 6 5-gallon pails full of black walnuts inside on the seats and underneath the seats and packed into the bag.
Oh my
I
God.
cleaned it all out.
Yeah.
And in 48 hours, I had it running. I put another carburetor on it, a fuel pump, took all the spark plugs out, cleaned all the wires, pulled the distributor apart, put points and condenser in it, found a coil that would fire, and I rigged up a can on underneath the hood, and I had it running in 48 hours.
Wow.
And I took it back to the auction site where I bought it, and I showed it to the auctioneer,
Yeah,
and he couldn't believe that.
that is amazing.
All four tires were rotted off and flat on it. We put air to them, and they all came up enough to get it on the rollback.
Wow. That says something. And so you bought her at auction, huh?
Yeah, it was like a tag sale auction.
Uh-huh.
Yes, and
Nice.
I paid enough for it.
Yeah. Well,
But
obviously.
I love it.
This is, I mean, David, this is such of a rare bird and so solid.
This horn on this thing will just knock your socks off.
Holy, what's this, the Queen Mary?
It's,
Wow.
it sounds it, doesn't it?
That is
I think if you
unbelievable.
were driving a Mercury, they got out of your way, or we got blasted out of the way.
Oh, that is so cool.
It had all the original brake lines on it, original brake shoes, as far as what I can see. They had not been changed, and the drums hadn't been resurfaced
Uh-huh.
either onto it. All the brake lines could have been reused. They
Mm-hmm.
didn't leak fluid, and the brake hoses didn't leak fluid. But I put brake lines on it.
Yeah.
The gas line was original gas line. I put a new gas tank in it. I ran it for a while with the original gas line, but then it wanted to leak back by the tank.
Oh.
So I've got a new correct style looking gas line for it and put on.
Smart.
So it works pretty good. The wipers work on it. The heater works. The blower motor in the heater.
Oh, okay.
runs.
I was going to say the heater can't work because you have the hose cut over
Right,
there.
but the blower motor on it ran without even having to take it apart.
That's great. That
Yes,
is
I
great.
just love this.
This is amazing, David. Absolutely mind-boggling. And I'm looking at the engine. It looks like it's never been touched.
The engine mounts haven't been off, and the transmission's never been out of it.
Wow.
The clutch slips a little.
Big deal.
Yes.
That is
The
something.
wiring harness to the back was chewed up really bad, so I had to put one on it, and the time I got done with all the grease and dirt on my hands, it looks like it's been on there for a while because
Good.
that wiring harness is not shiny
Good.
anymore.
Oh, this is great. Jeez, I just cannot
I
believe
can
how
fire it
original.
up if you'd like to.
Sure. Oh. Listen to that thing purr. That is gorgeous. I can't believe she purrs like a kitten. Wow. Unbelievable. Listen,
It still has good air pressure too.
fantastic. My gosh.
The wipers still work onto it. But you have to know how to operate them.
Yeah, the vacuum wipers are really quite unique. Quite unique. Oh, this is beautiful. My gosh. Now, who added the stickers on the quarter?
I did.
Okay.
Because I had a Ford in high school that I had STP stickers on the window.
But of course,
A 50 Ford Coupe.
yeah.
Yes, and it looked similar to this. There was no bumpers or grill.
Uh-huh.
It was all red primer, red outside primer, with the wheel wells cut out and the fiberglass hood scoop teardrop put on the hood and thrown the rear wheels on the back because I couldn't afford two more for the front. I had those blue headrests from National Auto or American Auto that slipped over the
Oh, yeah,
seat.
yeah.
They had a stainless thing on them.
Yes.
They were pretty dangerous, really, but it looked cool with one headrest on it.
There you go. And you probably paid, what, $50 for the car originally?
I paid $65 for the car, and I took the engine out of a 51 convertible I had.
Uh-huh.
That the automatic was shot, and I found a bell housing and a 3-speed transmission and a 3-speed Sparkomatic shifter to put it on the floor.
Oh,
and-
great.
And put a 3-speed on the floor into it.
Oh.
And it was pretty neat looking.
That is great. Now I see why you had to put the stickers on.
Yes, because
Yeah.
these are like vintage stickers.
Definitely, definitely. I mean, no one in the day could go without the Champion, the
STP.
Moon Eyes, or
Yeah.
the STP, or
Yeah.
the Thrush.
Yep, you had to have an STP.
Definitely.
Of course, you had to put STP in it so it didn't burn so much oil.
Yeah.
That was the reason.
Yeah. Oh, great stuff. Oh, this is so cool, David.
Okay.
This is so
I
cool.
thought you might like it.
Oh my gosh. Thank you.
When this was new, it was that cloud mist gray, they called it, which is a green,
Uh-huh. Oh,
and it was
yeah.
beautiful with the chrome stripe on it here, and the blue, and then the green plastic handles.
Yeah.
This must have been a very sharp color.
That is gorgeous. Just even as is. What a nice sight. What a nice sight.
Yes.
This is great.
Everyone likes it to
Oh.
look at it. And it's just something cool. The frame is real good on it and the
Good.
floorboard. But I'm not going to sell it.
Good for you.
There's no reason to sell
You're having too much fun driving it
Yes.
around.
Yes. It is.
Excellent.
I take it down the road about 3 miles where our house is. And I drive it out the dirt road, and I don't have to worry about stones bouncing off it.
Good point.
It goes out the dirt road good. When I go up the driveway, which is a little steep, I have to drop it in first gear.
Uh-huh.
Of course, when you're driving on the dirt road, you have to hold it in second gear because the synchronizer is bad and it pops out of second gear. You have to hold it up in there.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's great. Hey, what do you want for an 80-year-old car? 81-year-old car.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's not bad at all.
Yes, the windows work fine into it.
You don't have overdrive, do you?
No,
No,
it does
okay.
not have overdrive. The parking
Oh,
brake
look
works.
at the way. Oh, I love the way it goes down without the frame around the vent window.
Yeah, there was no molding or frame around the vent.
Wow.
window. Yes.
That's
It's
fascinating.
original weather stripping in here. I left that there.
Uh-huh. Oh, this is fantastic. What a car of surprises.
Yes,
Jeez.
it is. You don't see many like this.
Very rare. Very rare. Oh, fantastic. David, I gotta thank you very, very much.
I will shut this off. That's weird. I'm doing that.
Well, yeah, listen to that thing.
It's loud.
That's insane. That's great.
Okay.
David, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
This is Pam from NortheastWheelsEvents.com at the 2022 Ford Nationals over here in Carlisle for more cool events like this and really outrageous stories, especially from car people like Dave. Stay tuned to NortheastWheelsEvents.com, SoutheastWheelsEvents.com, and UK Wheels Events, your car show calendars, and make sure you put your stuff on there too. I'll see you at the shows.